Hey guys, welcome to this week's video blog. We're glad you're checking in. We're just 3 days away from camp, and so we've got a lot of things to prepare for, and we're just thankful that you're checking out this video. I've got Randy and Becky Bailey here, long-term Oil Belt people. Randy is a board member. We're just grateful that they've taken some time to be here with us today.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're just going to ask them a couple questions, and just as you're thinking about last-minute stuff about camp, we just want to ask them a few questions. So, first question, for faculty, as you go, or as we go, what would be your top 1-2 things that you would teach, that you would tell faculty, hey, out of everything you do this week, this is your goal, kind of like Jesus says, the love God, love your neighbor. What would be, this is my last commandment to you, this is my biggest goal, this is what you need to do that week as faculty?
Well, first off, I'd have to say, you already started by agreeing to go. Agreeing to you guys to take a week out from work or your summer to attend camp. That's great. But you will enter that time of, why am I here? And I have to say, it's not about me. And it's not about you as faculty. It's about that week camp for that camper. That's what Oil Belt's discipleship, making discipleships of Christ out of these campers. And that's the goal. That's the board's goal. They focused on that. They have stayed centered, due north on that. And that's why I would think Oil Belt Camp's been a success. Take that. Don't worry about being something to everybody at camp, but if you can change and disciple one camper, always make that to be my goal. And I've seen it with others, and that's what I think for camp.
Definitely.
I'd say also to be unselfish, go with the attitude that I'm not going to spend time on my phone and on my iPad, but I am totally going to focus on some kids, whether it's at a meal time or free time. It's always fun to interact with the other faculty, but the main thing is to interact with the kids, I think.
Definitely. That's something we're really pushing at camp this year. I think we probably talked to you in an earlier video about at meal times, just really do not be around faculty. We want a kid on your right and your left across the table from you. That way you're sharing that meal time with them, that interaction time with them.
When I was in college, I heard a lot about Oil Belt from a ton of students who lived in Southern Illinois and had been a part of it. And so moving to Southern Illinois, I looked forward to Oil Belt and kind of the rich tradition it has. And so why do you think Oil Belt has that rich tradition in this area?
For one thing, Oil Belt, I believe it was in 1946 was the first camp. So we're talking like 66, 67 years it's been established. And with, like I said, the main focus of it's about discipling Christians. And that's what we've done. We may have different deans. I spoke to Tyler before, and the flavor, it changes from week to week with each dean, with each activity, with each theme of the camp, but with the same focus on it's not about us. And that's, I think, is the success. It's just that focus has been, like I said, due north.
There's a lot of campers that have come, maybe it was their first time ever to be at camp or to be in a church type of setting, and they have gone on to go to Bible college, to be worship ministers, and then they have come back to camp as well to be the dean or a faculty member, and so I think it just keeps going on and on and on. So basically bathing the week in prayer and making sure that you totally focus on God there and leave the world behind, and then just see what happens to these campers as they go out after they've been there for a week.
That's awesome. I'm glad you said that. I'm a child of that tradition as a camper, looking up to deans, and now the opportunity that they're looking up to us, and just that feeling of those were my spiritual leaders in my life, and now I'm going, holy cow, I'm in that position. There's a lot riding on me for that week. Something else you said that you alluded to was on Wednesday, Thursday afternoon, you start to hit that wall and you're like, I'm drained, I'm exhausted. What do you say to a faculty member? How do you get through that time and get that second win just to carry out the week strong? What would you encourage them with?
It's natural, and it happens to everyone. But a lot of times, for me, it's even the week or two before camp. I think a lot of you guys, myself, get challenged. Why did I agree to do this? Why? I got too much going on. Satan's strong. Satan knows how to attack and how to put those doubts. And I have time and time myself have said the same thing. And to know that once I went and I received those blessings, and it's, then you understand. But it is hard. And then it depends on the week of campers. Like I said, don't worry about the whole week. Don't worry about everybody else's drama. But if you can take one camper, sit down by the pool or a picnic table, spend a little time with them, and change that one night, the whole week's worth it to me.
I would say go to bed at a decent time. If you're faculty,
Senior
don't
high.
stay up late.
I like it. I like it.
But
Good. True
Because-
words have never been said.
if you stay up and you're tired, things don't look so good. If you can get some rest when they take a nap or whatever, I'd recommend it. But it's all a good time, and everyone's going to hit that wall. Just like when you're on vacation a week with your family, you get tired of each other and you're ready for something else. But I mean, just hang in there.
Yep.
It'll all be worth it.
We want you to let you know these are not paid actors. Okay, we did not pay them to say this, so this is good information.
Well, guys, I just wanted to thank you for checking this out with us and being with us today. We're just 3 days away from camp now, and here's just a few things that I noticed as we discussed this. I heard not about us, and bathe the week in prayer. And so my hope is that you've been doing that you've been bathing this week in prayer, and my hope is that you'll show up Sunday with us and that you'll remember that it's not about us. And so we'll just see you in a few short days.